Grace and peace, everyone. This is Charles here with another Midweek Recharge. And this week I want to talk about something I think we're all very familiar with, particularly in this modern context, and that's GPS, Global Positioning Satellites, what GPS stands for. It's how we are able to enter an address into an app on our phone. I'm a big Waze user, and no, I'm not a spokesperson. I didn't get any royalties from saying that, any promotion dollars from saying that, but I like Waze. Some people like Google Maps or whatever that Apple Map, iMap, whatever that a platform is, or MapQuest, going back in the day when we were having to print out paper maps or directions to destinations. But all that being said, we're familiar with the idea of a GPS, that you enter an address in your phone, and because your phone is giving its location to a satellite, it will direct you to your destination. You may have heard GPS used as God positioning satellite, or something to that effect, that God is our GPS. And I don't want to make light of that. It's actually takes us to something profound Jesus said, where Jesus described himself as the resurrection and the life, and the way, the truth, and the life. And it's the fact that Jesus described himself as the way, the truth, and the life that then leads us to Jesus being the resurrection and the life, and in particular, Jesus being the way. Jesus shared with the disciples, and he said something along the lines of, "In my Father's house are many rooms. If that were not so, would I have told you that I'm going to prepare a place for you?" And I think that that's profound, that in that single statement, we have Jesus positioning himself as the way, the truth, and the life. That if Jesus weren't the way, how could we get to the Father's house that Jesus is preparing? And if Jesus weren't the truth, could we take Jesus at his word that his Father has a house that can be prepared for us? And if Jesus weren't the life, the eventual death that we all experience would be it. But Jesus says, no. I am the way, the truth, and the life. And because of that, I am the resurrection. And so anyone that dies is never separated from God because of the promise that I made. So my challenge for you this week is to think about where you would be if you couldn't figure out how to get there. How could you get to work? How could you get home? How could you get to the grocery store if you didn't know the way? How are you going to get to the Father's house if you don't know Jesus? Let that be your recharge.